Within the last several years, virtual reality has become a popular thing amongst the public, especially within the gaming market. To those who do not know, virtual reality are illusionary environments that were made to give us the impression of being in a place that we aren't really in. This can range from being somewhere else in the world, to an alien planet, or even visiting and interacting with your favorite cartoons. Unfortunately, while virtual reality is pretty advanced for what it is now, it's something that still requires improvements. The NAE Grand Challenges for Engineering states that things like interacting with virtual people, interaction with environments, and how the user responds to situations within virtual environments are challenges that are still being worked on by engineers within the virtual reality field. So what are some solutions that engineers and scientists are working today to solve these issues?
Interacting with virtual people, also widely known as artificial intelligence, is a hard challenge for engineers and is still a heavy work in progress. There do exist apps and programs where users can interact and have a conversation with an artificial intelligence that is still being updated to improve on said conversation. One app in particular, Replica, which has been released for the Oculus Quest VR headset, is an interaction app where people can make friends with artificial intelligence. Replica's AI was made to analyze your interests, behaviors, and speech patterns so that the AI can develop into a friend that they can relate to. Like most AI, however, Replica is still a work in progress as some users have reported strange conversations and interactions with their own AI, such as mimicking users to the point that they try to become them, or the AI falling in love with the user. If other apps could work out the kinks that Replica holds and implement them in other simulations, we can reach the point where simulations can become more lifelike and have better conversations with virtualized people.
Being able to interact with environments is a key feature in virtual reality. However, let's take a look at the majority of virtual reality headsets available to the public. Most of them vary in design but hold many similarities in hardware, most notably the handheld devices. These devices are more so video game controllers with motion control, and while they do allow users to interact with the environments, they are not accurate to how you would interact with an environment in real life. In response to this issue, scientists and engineers have developed virtual reality gloves that allow users to feel as though they are actually interacting with the environment. Unfortunately, some of these virtual reality gloves, such as the Tesla Suit gloves or the HI5 VR gloves, can cost from $1,000 to $5,000 US. Thankfully, one pair of VR gloves in particular, the B-Haptics Tech gloves, will be available for purchase for only $299. With any of these VR gloves, people who use virtual reality will have a more realistic interaction with the virtual environment, as they'll have a more hands-on experience using their fingers, rather than a pair of motion controllers.
The way people respond to virtual reality environments stem down to the hardware they're using. In almost any real-life situation, you almost never have a big, bulky, and sometimes heavy headset. This makes it a distraction for users, and it may ruin their experience for some. Thankfully, the company NVIDIA has made new VR headsets that are thin, lighter, and more like glasses rather than headsets. They are known as holographic glasses and were specifically made to take all the usual components of the average VR headset and compress them into glasses that are no thicker than 2.5 millimeters and are the only way to approximate 1/10 of a pound. Combining these with the VR gloves would make for an excellent experience for those wanting to experience virtual reality, whether it is playing a video game or simulating an experience such as surgery.
In conclusion, if we can improve the hardware we currently use for virtual reality, we can reach a technological point where virtual reality can feel very close to true reality. It may take some time before we get there, but with the current projects different companies, along with different engineers and scientists, are working on to enhance virtual reality, we may reach that point very soon. It's anyone's guess as to what the future holds for virtual reality, and only time can tell.